How are you doing? Good afternoon. My name is Richard. Welcome to Over and Over Again, the Arsenal podcast. This is another live watch along with the Arsenal women away in Slavia Prague in the Women's Champions League. Coming up the other side of this. Hello, good afternoon. My name is Richard. This is Over and Over Again, the Arsenal podcast, and this is going to be a live watch along of the Arsenal women playing away in Slavia Prague. Kickoff is in about 5 minutes. It's the second leg of the Champions League qualifier. 3-0 up, of course, from the first leg after last week's game. This is the team news for tonight. So Arsenal have actually made 5 changes to the side that beat Chelsea in the WSL at the weekend. So it's Williams takes over in goal. The back 4 is Patton, Wooben, Williamson and Catley. So actually 3 of those changes are in the back 4. Patton's in at right back, Wooben at centre back next to Williamson and Catley in at left back. The midfield 3 is Manham, Iwabuchi and Little. And then up front it's Paris, Miedemar and Mead. So Paris comes in for Leah Walter, who drops to the bench. In fact, all the players that were left out from Saturday are on the bench, except for Maritz, who isn't in the squad at all, and of course Tobin Heath is still in America. So that is your team for tonight. I say we are 3-0 up. So realistically, it's going to take a monumental effort, isn't it, from Prague to find a way back into this game. I'm sure that we should make it through, but you can never take anything for granted in football, as we know. We've been here too many times before. We know what it's like. So let's just hope that we can get the job done. We're in our yellow kit tonight, and Slavia Prague, of course, in the red and white at home. Of course, last week's game was a good victory for Arsenal in the end, wasn't it? We maybe could have scored a few more goals. It was an early goal from Nikita Paris, wasn't it? And then it was actually scored the second goal. Was it the penalty, wasn't it, from Kim Little? And then the third goal was, of course, Miedemar. Fantastic goal that was. So obviously the job it's half done, although I personally think it's a bit more than half done, isn't it? I think that it's going to take, a real monumental effort from Slavia Prague to turn this around tonight. And you have to say it seems very unlikely. We did win 5-2 here, didn't we? Was it last season, wasn't it, to complete a 13-2 aggregate win? I'm not sure if it'll be quite as comfortable tonight, but we'll see. Of course, Miedemar is just 3 goals away from reaching 100 for Arsenal as well tonight. So that's going to be interesting as well, isn't it? Let's hope that she could get the hat-trick tonight, couldn't she? Why not? Why not get that hat-trick and get it tonight? That would be great, wouldn't it? So we are, just a couple of minutes away from the kickoff. The teams are just lining up on the pitch at the moment, and say Arsenal in the yellow. Well, it's not really bright yellow, is it? Not like the bright yellow kit I'm wearing from 1985. It's the sort of lemon yellow, and I say it's a red and white kit for Slavia Prague. There is a crowd in, not a big crowd, it has to be said, in the stadium tonight, but certainly nowhere near the crowd that we had at the Emirates on Sunday, of course, for that brilliant game against Chelsea. So yeah, there's been 5 changes to the team. It is a squad game now, of course, as we know, and it's still a strong Arsenal side, isn't it? It's maybe slightly stronger team than I was perhaps expecting. I thought that Jonas may have made a few more changes, but he's kept a pretty strong team, certainly to begin the game. Let's see if we can get the job done early on, get a couple of goals in this first half, and then the tie will be over and done with, won't it? So they're just doing the toying cross at the moment. The 2 captains, of course, Kim Little, as always, is the Arsenal captain. And I'm not sure if they're going to be swapping ends, or we're going to stay as we are. Yeah, I think we're going to stay as we are. So Arsenal will be attacking the goal to our right in this first half. So obviously, Lydia Williams is in goal tonight, first appearance of the season. And it looks like Anna Patton's going to be playing at right back. Of course, she's been in midfield quite a lot, hasn't she, actually, in recent games. So this is a different position for her. Of course, she has played there in the past as well. And it's going to be Wooben next to Williamson at the back, which is a pretty good partnership. That they didn't really play together that much last season, did they? Because Williamson was injured Of course, Beattie was out, and there was a few different changes at the back. But it's good to see that partnership for this game tonight. And of course, the three in midfield were the three that played last week, wasn't it? Iwabuchi, Little, and Manham, of course, the new signing. So we're quite happy there. And of course, the front three's got goals in it, hasn't it? Mead and Mead, of course, scored all 3 goals against Chelsea at the weekend. And Nikita Paris gets a start. She did score an early goal in the first leg last week. So Arsenal do lead 3-0, as it says on the screen there, from this first leg. And if we do manage to avoid a 4-0 defeat or a 4-goal defeat, then we will be in the group stage of the Champions League, which is, of course, really important. Man City, of course, I'm sure you may have known, got knocked out last night, didn't they? They lost to Real Madrid 1-0 at home. So Manchester City are out, but we've got a great chance of getting through and making it into that group stage, which is going to be great for the club again, isn't it? You know, we've not been in the Champions League for a while, so it'd be nice to be in the group stage. We just kicks off now. I know, sorry, we're taking the knee. Sorry, I jumped the gun a little bit there. The Arsenal players are taking the knee. The Slavia Prague players aren't, as tends to be the case in a lot of European games, doesn't it, and international football as well. But now we have kicked off, and it was Arsenal that kicked off, so we are attacking. Actually, we're attacking a goal to our right. Yeah, we are attacking a goal to our right in this first half in the all yellow or lemon yellow kit. And Slavia Prague are saying they're red and white. And Arsenal have started on the front foot, as you would expect, and have got the ball now over on this near side with Anna Patton, Arsenal's right back this evening. First start of the season. Wouba Moy now for Arsenal, coming over halfway, plays it out to that far side to Catley, who's of course playing at left back tonight. Katie McCabe is on the bench. Did a decent game on Sunday, put a lot into it, obviously, as they all did. Of course, there's another quick turnaround because the next WSL game's on Sunday again, isn't it? Away at Reading. An important game, isn't it? It can win that, keep the momentum going from that Chelsea game. And hopefully that will put us in a really strong position near the top of the WSL. At the moment, Arsenal have had all the possession really in his opening minute or so of the game. But Iwabuchi's pass there was cut out by a Slavia defender. But Arsenal win it back in midfield. And now it is with Anna Patton down this near side, Arsenal's right. She finds Nikita Paris in front of her. She tried to thread the ball through to Beth Mead, but the defender got in the way. Cross comes in now from Paris towards a penalty spot. There's no Arsenal player arriving there, and Slavia Prague have managed to get it away. Beth Mead was coming in at the far post there. She wasn't quite able to get on the end of it, and it's been cleared away for. It's been cleared into the Arsenal half. We've got a comment in there from Anne. Says good luck, Gooners. Yeah, good luck indeed. Let's hope we can get the job done. I'm sure we will. Thanks for watching. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I do cover the Arsenal women a lot as well. There is the Arsenal women's show tomorrow night as well, live at 7:30. We'll be looking back on the opening weekend of the WSL season, looking back on this game as well, looking ahead to the Reading game, discussing the TV coverage, loads of stuff on that show. Tomorrow at 7:30 on the channel, so please tune in for that if you do like the Arsenal women. And I say please subscribe to the channel because there's loads of good stuff coming up as well as we start getting into the season proper. So yeah, please do that. And if you do enjoy the coverage I'm giving you today, please like the video as well. It's been all Arsenal possession in these opening 2.5 minutes, as you would have expected. Actually, it was a bit similar to last week, wasn't it? We pretty much dominated the possession. I thought Slavia defended pretty well last week overall. Made it quite difficult for us. Always seem to throw bodies in the way. They just offered nothing in attack. And it seems to be a similar pattern here at the moment so far. In very early stages, of course, but Arsenal have had all the possession, not really had a good opportunity yet. There was that cross into the box from Nikita Paris, which just eluded Beth Mead at the far post. Now, Paris coming forward again down this near side for Arsenal. Tries to go past the defender, which she does, and just held up a little bit. It's falls backwards. She finds Anna Patton, who's in support, and she plays it back to Leah Williamson on halfway line. Maybe Arsenal didn't quite make the most of that attack there, actually. And falls back again to goalkeeper Williams, who's halfway inside the Arsenal half. Wouba Moy now plays it out to Catley over on the far side, Arsenal's left. Keeping possession, Arsenal, what they do well it's what Jonas wants as well, doesn't he? He wants to play a good possession game. Now Williamson plays the ball forward. This is good play from Arsenal. Kim Little then picks it up. Now it's Manon plays it out to that far side. That's a great ball to Beth Mead. She had Catley go past her. And Arsenal still keeping possession on the edge of this Slavia Prague penalty area without really managing to penetrate yet. Now it's Nikita Paris on this near side. Can she get a ball into the box? She plays it back into Anna Patton. It just runs away from her and goes into the arms of the goalkeeper. That was good link-up play there down the right-hand side from Paris and Patton. That could be quite a good partnership down that side tonight. The two P's down there on the right-hand side. We've got a comment there. He's live on Twitch if anyone wants to watch at Arsenal Official. Yeah, it's also on arsenal.com as well. Cheddar says, hey Richard, how's it going? Yeah, very well, thanks mate. Thanks for tuning in, hope you're well. And Rajendra, of course, big fan of the channel. Thanks for tuning in again. He says, hi all. Let's hope it's a comfortable Arsenal victory again like last week, and we can see our way into the Champions League, which is so important, isn't it, as we know, into the group stage. Yeah, I mean, if you are watching it on arsenal.com, please stay with me. I'll give you full commentary as well and keep you up to date with all the action that's going on the pitch. That would be much appreciated. And I say please subscribe and like the video as well, because I do a lot of Arsenal women's coverage. I say the Arsenal women's show tomorrow is going to be a great show. There was a ball there, switch from left to right, looking for Nikita Paris, but it was just over here. It's run out of play. It's going to be a throw on this near side to the host. 5.5 minutes played. Still 0-0 on the night. So Arsenal do still lead 3-0 on aggregate. And the longer it stays like that, then you have to say that the less likely a surprise comeback from Prague will be. Pretty sure Arsenal will do enough to get through this game, and hopefully we'll be able to do enough to not have to worry about any injuries or anything like that as well ahead of the weekend, because of course it's a big game at the weekend, isn't it? Another one in the WSL away at Reading. Rajendra says there, I was at the Chelsea game at the Emirates for the first time. Oh, yeah, no, I know you was at the game. Did you enjoy it? It must have been great. What a great game that was to watch. Seemed like a really good atmosphere as well at the stadium. And I think Arsenal women deserve to play at the Emirates a bit more, don't they? Because I think they're playing some good football, deserve a bigger audience. But they'll be back at Bournemouth, of course, for the next home game, which I think is against Man City, isn't it? This is a great run, actually, from Nikita Paris all the way down this right-hand side, gets into the penalty area. She's full backwards, going out now to Patton, again on this right-hand side. Patton's crossing to the box. It's a decent ball to the far post. A header comes in. Who was it got on the end of that? It might have been, was it Nikita Paris herself? Actually got on the end of that cross. Good run initially from her. She carried on into the penalty area, got on the end of that cross with her header, but put it wide. And Rajendra says there, we gave Chelsea too much respect as we dominate. Now, I thought we played well, actually, and I think we did exactly what we needed to do in that game to get the result. You know, we were a better team. Obviously, Chelsea are a threat. They always are. They've got great players, especially when they brought Kirby and Sam Kerr on in the second half. It was they certainly threw everything at it. But I thought we defended well. We were really compact. And, you know, we got a bit lucky with the offside goal. I think we have to admit that, but who cares? You know, it's about time Arsenal got a bit of an iffy decision maybe going our way, and that was good to see. And I thought we deserved it overall anyway. I thought the way we defended was brilliant. The work off the ball was great. And we also did pose a real threat going forward as well, didn't we, on the counter-attack. Now, Paris has just won the ball there off the Slavia Prague player, but another defender came across and just managed to pinch the ball off her just as a quick counter-attack looked on the cards. But Arsenal again picking up the ball, looking pretty comfortable in possession at the moment. I think a nice early goal will settle us down again as it did last week. And I'm sure that would be enough to send us through. Now, Paris again down his right-hand side, plays the ball inside. Beth Mead inside the penalty area, gets past a defender. She's still got the ball. Can she pull it back? She pulls it back to Anna Patton, pulls across to the far post. Is it offside? It's not given. It fell to Miedemar. Was she not offside? It wasn't given as offside. Arsenal's attack still going with Beth Mead inside the penalty area. She was looking for an overlap, which didn't come. Well, Miedemar looks offside there when that cross came in from Anna Patton at the far post. She maybe thought she was offside. She didn't really head it towards goal, tried to knock it back across the goal and get a shot away. And in the end, Slavia Prague managed to clear it away. But it did look as though there may have been an offside there. Beth Mead did well, actually, initially. It was a lovely cross from Patton, actually. She stood it up to the far post. Miedemar looked offside. She brought it down on her chest, trying to get a shot away, but she couldn't quite. We didn't really make the most of the opportunity, actually, if we're totally honest. Maybe Miedemar could have brought that down and had an instant shot instead of cutting back inside. But anyway, Jenna says, Paris was targeted in the second half. No, she was. She got fouled a lot, didn't she? I mean, I thought that was it. Eriksson fouled her about 3 times and was maybe lucky not to get a second yellow card at one point. But yeah, she was. She certainly took a few heavy tackles, didn't she, in that second half, Nikita Paris? But she did well. Could have scored, actually, I thought, a bit later on in the game. I think she chose to pass, didn't she, instead of having a shot, which she maybe could have done. But anyway, it is currently a throw to Arsenal over on the far side. Nearly 10 minutes played in Prague. Still Slavia 0, Arsenal 0. It's 3-0 to Arsenal on aggregate, of course, following that. It's actually a free kick to Arsenal on halfway line, sorry, which Catley takes, plays it across to Leah Williamson, crosses halfway line, plays the ball forward to Kim Little inside that little pocket of space that she likes to take up in the midfield. Wooben Moynihan plays out to the far side to Catley. Again, Arsenal keeping possession, but then actually, just as I say that, we almost lose the ball, but we picked it up again in midfield with Manham. I thought Manham had a decent game actually against Chelsea again. She's looked good in pre-season and she played well against Chelsea. Now, Mead this time on that right hand side, a good cross in. The header comes in from, was it Miedemar? I think it was, just over the top there. Beth Mead swapped sides with Nikita Paris there briefly. She popped up over on his right-hand side. That's another good cross into the box. And it was Miedemar on the end of it, but she couldn't keep her header down. And it's gone over the crossbar. Rajendra says, knocked out twice. And then when she tackled once, got a yellow card. No, that's true. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? It was the first tackle she did. She got booked after she'd been hacked down about 4 times. But anyway, I guess that's the way it is when you play for Arsenal, isn't it? But anyway, I think Eriksson did get a yellow card for one of the fouls, but she could easily got a second one. There was a worse tackle, I thought, afterwards. But anyway, wasn't given, was it? Didn't matter in the end. We beat Chelsea and they had 11. That's even better, isn't it, than beating them with 10, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, we stood up to the physical aspect of the game that Chelsea posed as well. And I say we had enough quality to get the goals and win, which was fantastic. It was such a good game of football as well. This is a good move by Arsenal again. Beth Mead plays the ball to that near side to the touchline, pulled back by and the pattern. I think it was it? Oh, it was actually Manham got clear down that right hand side. Good ball into the near post, looking for Miedemar. But again, it was a good piece of defending by Slavia Prague. So they did at times defend really well last week, didn't they? And we'll maybe feel a little bit unfortunate to go away with a 3-0 defeat, perhaps. But we were clearly the better team, and we've been the better team in the opening 12 minutes here today so far. We have got a corner on this near side, chipped in towards the penalty spot. A header comes in again, and it's a save this time. I think it was Catley there with a header from, it was Wooben Moore, sorry, with a header from about 15 yards, 12 yards. Good header down towards the bottom corner, but a bit too close to the goalkeeper, not enough power. And it was a comfortable save in the end. But that's Arsenal's first shot on target after 12 and a half minutes of this game. What we don't want to do is let Slavia Prague score the first goal early on in this game. Give them something to really fight for them, won't it? We need to make sure we keep concentrated and hopefully we can eventually get the goal that we need. I'm sure one goal will be enough. But Slavia now have got an attack there. They know the ball just ran away there from the Slavia forward and Wooben Moy was able to pick it up. It looked a little bit dangerous there for a moment. The Slavia Prague striker looked as though she was just in behind the Arsenal defence just briefly, but the ball ran away from her and Wooben Moy was able to come in and tidy it up. I say the last thing we want to do is give Slavia a goal too early in this game. That will really give them hope that they could maybe turn this around or certainly get a way back in. But it's a long ball over the top there from Iwabachi there, and Arsenal looking to try to get the goal, which I think would seal it now. I think if Arsenal get the first goal in this game, I think it's all over. You can't see Slavia Prague scoring 5, which they need to do, of course, with the away goal that Arsenal would score. So vital that we get that goal. I say we don't want to give them any hope at all, do we? we want to just finish this game off if we can as early as possible. And we've certainly been the better side again in terms of possession. And we did have that one effort on target so far, that header from Woober Moy just a couple of minutes ago from the corner from Anna Patton, but unable to get it into the goal. But now we're coming forward again down this near side. Again, it's Patton inside the penalty area. She's switched feet. Oh, good shot actually, but it was straight at the goalkeeper. But Anna Patton did really well there down that right-hand side. Cut back inside, went back out onto her right foot and then hit a shot, but it was straight at the goalkeeper. She sort of twisted and turned away inside the penalty area there and then got the shot away, but it was far too close to the goalkeeper. But another effort on target for Arsenal. And you've got to say maybe the goal you can see coming quite soon. But that was a good effort out from Anna Patton. She started this game really, really well. She's going to be a big player for us this season, I think, Anna Patton. And, of course, her versatility as well. Of course, she came on and played in midfield, didn't she, on Sunday? She's played in midfield a few times. But anyway, at the end of the day, she's playing it right back today where she can play as well. So it's good to have that versatility in the squad and in the team. And let's hope that she gets plenty of opportunities this season, as I'm sure that she will. The journalist says, from what I saw, we could have won the game 7-3 in terms of proper chances. Yeah, no, you're probably right. We did have a lot of chances, and we should have won the game a bit more comfortably. But we'll take a 3-2 against Chelsea, won't we, all day long? It's been a long time since we've beaten them in a competitive game, isn't it? So it's always nice to get one over on them, and to do it in the manner that we did as well was really good to watch. So let's hope that it's a sign of what's going to be a really good season for Arsenal. Of course, we won every game that we've played so far under Jonas, actually. Let's hope we can do the same tonight and again on Sunday. So, yeah, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I do cover the Arsenal women as I am now, as well as obviously all the stuff going on with the men's team as well. It's the Arsenal Women's Show tomorrow, 7:30 on the channel. Please stay tuned for that. And also make sure that you do subscribe so you don't miss anything else. And Saturday, I'm doing a watch along of the Arsenal men against Norwich. Of course, a big game in the Premier League, at the bottom of the Premier League. Currently, at the moment, of course, the Arsenal men. So I'll be covering that game on Saturday as well. I don't think I'm going to be able to do a watch along of the women on Sunday. I'm running the Great North Run, and it's a 2 o'clock kickoff, isn't it? I don't think I'm going to be back in time, unfortunately, but I will try to put a report out on the game, a review afterwards at some point as well. So loads coming up on the channel. Now Arsenal got a chance down this over on the far side. Nikita Paris plays the ball into the box, but it's headed away again by a Slavia defender. They always seem to get a body in the way, don't they? Fred there says 7-3 really maybe not quite as optimistic as Rajendra was about the way we played against Chelsea. Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly how many chances that we had, if I'm totally honest. We had quite a few actually, didn't we? But Iwabochi missed one. That would have been 4. She should have scored. Mead had 1 saved, 5. Yeah, I suppose 7 probably is not that far off. But I think we'd have needed to have taken every single chance, which doesn't really happen, does it? Very often in football, you're always going to miss a few, aren't you? But we won 3-2, and that's the most important thing, isn't it? At the end of the day, great start to the season for us. And let's hope we can continue it. We certainly look to be a very strong side this year, a good squad now. And, of course, Tobin Heath still to come in. She's still over in America, I believe, because obviously it's an international break coming up. They thought it's silly her flying over for one game to fly back for the international. So she's not going to really join up with us until after the international break. But that's something to look forward to, isn't it, to see Tobin Heath playing in an Arsenal shirt, of course, team she's supported as well. So it'd be good for her, good experience for her, and it'd be good for us as well to see such a great player playing for Arsenal. Of course, going to boost us for the rest of the season. Now, this is another good Arsenal attack. It's Beth Mead gets a crossing towards the near post. There was 2 defenders there, just managed to get in the way there. I think it was Kim Little made that burst into the box, as she likes to do. And it's gone out for, I think it might be a corner to Arsenal, actually. Again, Beth Mead down that left-hand side. Good crossing towards the near post. It was Kim Little, I say, was just waiting for the opportunity to tap it in. Good defending again by Slavia Prague, which so they've done that pretty well. Catley's coming across to take this corner from this near side. And we've got a comment there says, thanks for the updates. No problem at all. I'm glad you enjoy it. He says, are women jerseys up for sale? I think they're up for sale in the Arsenal shop, I would imagine. Arsenal Direct probably sells them. I'm sure you'd be able to find them online. Oh, a header came in there from the corner again. Poor defending from the corner. That was Miedema with that header. I think it's just gone over the top. I don't know if the goalkeeper got a touch actually to it. 19 minutes played in this game. It is still 0-0, but Arsenal have winning this game. Good corner that was from Catley again. It came to the head of Miedema about 12 yards out, just over the top. It actually hit the roof of the net on its way over. And that's 2 chances for Miedema now already in this game. I'm sure the next one will go in. And that will, of course, put on to 98, won't it, for Arsenal? 98 goals. This is 109th, 110th game, is it? Something like that. A fantastic goal scoring record that she's got. Fantastic stuff. And Fred in the chat there says, is she good? Only recently started following the women's side. Who's you referring to there, Fred? And I'll sorry, they're all good actually. Oh, you mean Tobin Heath? Yeah, Tobin Heath, brilliant. Really experienced player, won the World Cup twice with America. Experienced player who's going to bring a lot of quality to the side when she plays. So looking forward to her starting. That's going to be really good. But so probably not for a few weeks yet. After the internationals, she will be back. So looking forward to that. Another quality addition to what's already a good squad, isn't it? We've got a good squad of players here this season, and I expected us to do pretty well. Just want us to get a goal in this game, just to really finish it off, because we look the better team again. But you know what football's like: one mistake or one bit of magic from one of the Slavia players, and they're back in it, aren't they? So we need to get this 4th goal, and hopefully that will be enough to send us through. Nikita Paris there trying to do a turn and a run, but she was brought down. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal, which they've taken quickly, actually trying to get the ball out over to the far side to Paris again. Comes back to Iwabochi. That's a nice little reverse pass inside. Was that not a foul? Referee says no, and Slavia can actually launch a counter-attack. But again, Arsenal have won it back. That's been a feature under Jonas, hasn't it? How early Arsenal win the ball back. And a pattern now plays out to this near side. Beth Mead's back over on this right again. She keeps swapping with Nikita Paris. That's been a feature in his first 15, 20 minutes. Or 21 minutes, sorry. Beth Mead now cutting inside. Gets onto her left foot. Tries to thread the ball through. Again, it was a run into the box from Little. It's cleared away by the Slavia captain. I seem to remember having a good game last week as well. It has gone out for a throw to Arsenal on this near side. Taken quickly. And that is a free kick to Arsenal. About 10 yards in from this near touchline and about 5 yards just to the left of the penalty. It was Manham who was brought down there, so it's going to be a free kick. And a pattern thought about taking quickly, but instead she's been told to leave it by Catley. Seniority took over there, and Beth Mead's over it as well actually. But I think Catley's going to take this. It's a good position. Just plays a little square ball into Iwabochi. Comes back to Catley. I'm not quite sure what we did there really. It didn't really work. But Catley now plays across towards the far post. Goes all the way through to Wubben-Moy at the far post, but she couldn't manage to divert the ball back across the goal. Maybe it would have been better just putting a cross in initially actually, instead of trying just playing it between themselves in the end, and it didn't really work. And Wubben-Moy's attempted cross went out for a goal kick. So I don't quite know what Arsenal were doing there. I like to see the ball in the box when you got a free kick from a good position like that. Just put it in the box, and you never know. You don't score unless the ball's up that end in the penalty area, really. So, but anyway, Arsenal are coming forward again down this near side. That's a good ball. Paris has gone back over to this near side again. She couldn't quite get on the end of that though. It's gone all the way through to the goalkeeper. And now Slavia Prague are launching an attack of their own down this near side. They've not really got forward at all yet. A long ball over the top, but it's just over here. It does run all the way through to Williams, who's in the Arsenal goal tonight, of course, replacing Zinsberger for this game. I'm sure Zinsberger will be back for the weekend. First choice goalkeeper, of course, for Arsenal. Now another attack coming forward here for Arsenal in the middle of the pitch. That was Miedemar, but the ball was cleared, but not that far actually. It's come to Anna Patton again, finds Nikita Paris, forces her way back to Leah Williamson, plays a square ball to Manham in the middle of midfield. Miedemar again drops deep to get the ball. The ball played out towards that far side, looking for, was that Paris again over on that far side? Anyway, now it's Wooburn Moy now in possession for Arsenal, but she gives the ball away there. But Slavia Prague wasn't able to make much of that. And Arsenal have got possession back again inside the centre circle. Now it's over to this near side to Nikita Paris running at the Slavia defence. That's a good ball in towards the 6-yard box. It's just cleared away as Miedemar was coming in for a header. So cross back into the box again to the far post. It comes to Nikita Paris, but just behind her, she turns back and tries to drill a cross in. Again, it's blocked, and it's going to be another corner to Arsenal. Starting to build a lot more pressure now. Arsenal onto this Slavia Prague defence, and let's see what this corner can bring. We've had a couple of opportunities from corners already, haven't we? A couple of headers have come in. Wooburn Moy had one, Miedemar's had one. We're getting closer, aren't we? Let's see if this corner's actually played short instead. Comes out to Beth Mead. That's another good ball towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Again, it's a Slavia head on the end of it. Comes out to Wooburn Moy on that far side. She dinks the ball back into the penalty area, slightly overhit. And Slavia Prague can clear it away this time. But it's then going to go out for a throw to Arsenal on the near side. We're certainly stretching the Slavia defence, but we're not able to create any clear-cut chances there. Rajendra says there, Slavia Prague defended much better, no clear-cut chances. No, exactly. They did that last week, I felt. They defended pretty well last week, actually, at times. And, of course, we did manage to get the goals in the end, a couple of bits of quality. Now we've got a chance of inside the penalty area. Beth Mead tries to get it back to Nikita Paris, but again, it was good defending, actually, from the Prague defence. And we're still being kept at bay. 25 minutes played in this first half. It's been a decent enough performance from Arsenal, but a bit like last week, we've dominated in possession, but not really able to create a lot of clear-cut opportunities, which is a little bit frustrating again. But as long as we get the job done, and it has been a decent performance. Certainly, we've passed the ball well. We've looked threatening when we've come forward. We just haven't quite managed to get any real clear-cut opportunities yet. A couple of headers, and that's really been about it. There was a good effort from Anna Patton as well, but too close to the goalkeeper. But I'm sure the goals will come very, very soon if we keep playing the way that we have done so far. And I think one goal for Arsenal in this game, the away goal, will be enough to send us. Well, actually, is this still away goals? Because I heard somewhere that they were maybe going to be scrapping away goals this season, which I think is the right thing to do. A goal's a goal, isn't it? It doesn't matter where you score it. It shouldn't be worth more or less than any other goal, as far as I'm concerned. But I did hear somewhere they were scrapping the away goals. So anyway, it shouldn't matter anyway, should it? If we get another goal here, that would, of course, mean that Slavia would need 5 to go through, which I don't think they've even had 5 shots over the game and 27 minutes that we played so far, have they? So you can't see that being a problem for Arsenal. But Nikita Paris did give away a free kick there, and it is a free. I say it's a free kick to Slavia. They took it quickly, just moving the ball around in midfield, play it out to that far side. Actually, could this be their first real opportunity to put our defence under pressure? But no, it was good defending actually by Eva Bachi. She did really well there, won the ball back, and Arsenal again have picked up possession in the defensive third of the pitch. And I say it's not really, they've never really threatened us, have they, Prague? They didn't last week. They haven't so far today. You can't really see them scoring 3 goals or 4 goals anyway, but we need to win this game, keep the momentum going. We've had a good run in Europe so far with 3 wins out of 3. And, of course, we did win against Chelsea as well. Almost a mistake there in the midfield for Arsenal, in actual fact there. Slavia Prague won the ball, but I don't know if that was a shot from about 40 yards, which just rolled through to Williams. There's an injury now to one of the players, number 27, who's gone down. Kosorova, sorry. I don't know whether it came with that challenger or an Iwabachi, and the ball fell to the Slavia Prague player. I don't know if that was meant to be a shot. There was nobody else near her, actually, and she was probably about 40 yards out, and it just rolled harmlessly through. And that really sort of sums up what we've seen from Prague, actually, last week as well. They're pretty compact in defence. They certainly work hard, but going forward, they just offer nothing at all. And that was the case there. So you'd imagine that this tie is done, but it'd be nice to get this goal and really make sure that we do finish it off. It's going to be a throw to Slavia Prague on its near side. It was a mistake. Well, not a mistake. Anna Patton tried to find Nikita Paris, but overhit the pass. And it's back now with the Slavia Prague goalkeeper inside a 6-yard box. Goes long over onto that far side. Good take, actually, by the Slavia Prague player there. Plays it into midfield. But Arsenal, again, pick the ball up late, on the ball back again. That's really good play, actually, from Kim Little in midfield. But she's lost out again. And now Slavia have got an attack. This could be the first time you're going to really threaten us. But again, Arsenal have held them up briefly, but the ball's now on this near side. Slavia looking to get a goal. The crowd are suddenly starting to wake up a bit now, getting behind the team with the home crowd. The last thing we need is to give them any kind of incentive to keep going at us. But this is some good passing at the moment from Slavia Prague. It's probably the longest they've kept possession of the ball, actually. And they win a free kick today inside the centre circle. Again, it was Paris a little bit late there, and it is a free kick. Regenda says there, on the Chelsea game, we seem to tire in the last 10 minutes, giving Chelsea their chances. Yeah, I mean, I think we did in each half. Yeah, I thought we did. We put a lot of work into it, though, didn't we? We really worked hard, and you could see, obviously, it's early in the season, isn't it, as well? Chelsea were a good side, and we did well to hold on. I thought we deserved to overall, the way that we played. But anyway, it's a free kick to Slavia now, just outside the centre circle, quite central. But it could be an opportunity for them to get the ball into our box and maybe look to try to get something out of this game. It is played in towards the penalty spot. It's a dangerous ball. It's an Arsenal head there. And it's going to be a corner to the host. It was Woober Moy, I think it was, with a header there. It's a decent ball, actually, into the box, that free kick. Played in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Quite a flat delivery. And it was Woober Moy's header with a Slavia Prague player behind her, waiting for any slip there to maybe try to get a header on goal. It was good defending from Woober Moy, but it's going to be a corner to Slavia Prague, their first corner of the game. Their first real attack, actually, of any note. Don't think they had a corner last week either, so it's their first corner of the tie, actually. So what can they do from a set piece? The corner comes in at the near post. It's punched away by Williams, not that convincingly, actually, and it's picked up on that far side by Slavia Prague. They've given the ball away straight to Beth Mead. Now, can Arsenal launch a counter-attack? She's got Nikita Paris in front of her. Instead, she cuts back inside to Manham, who moves the ball on to Leah Williamson, coming up towards halfway line. There's a little bit of space on this near side. If Anna Patton can get the ball, but she can't. Just slightly overhit. That was from Williams. She does like them long balls. That one was a little bit overhit. And it is a throw over on its near side to Slavia Prague. We've played 32 minutes, and it is still 0-0 on the night. And still 3-0, of course, to Arsenal on aggregate, which is the most important thing in this game, of course, to get us through to the group stage of the Champions League. So Man City have already been knocked out. They were knocked out last night. I wouldn't say that total surprise. It was a little bit of a surprise, wasn't it, that they got knocked out, lost at home. Arsenal won the ball back now in midfield with Miedemar. She's got players either side. Plays it off the defender. Miedemar now. It's coming towards... Well, what was that? Two Arsenal players seem to get in each other's way there. Miedemar ran into the penalty area. It came off the defender initially. It was good defending, actually, as the defender came across, to be fair. And then a second defender cleared it away as Beth Mead was coming in. It was good play, actually, by Miedemar. She picked the ball up, tried to find Beth Mead. It came back to off the defender. But it was good defending, again, by Slavia Prague. They've defended well in this opening half an hour or so. Restricted us to very little opportunities. As this corner comes in from the far side, It comes out to the edge of the penalty. It was Kim Little, I think, with a shot there, but it's blocked again by a Slavia defender. Played back into the box again by Catley, and again a Slavia defender clears it away. They are defending well. You've got to give them credit for that. Kim Little now has got the ball for Arsenal. Just of course announced her retirement from international football to concentrate on Arsenal. One big last push maybe in her career to try to win another WSL title. Be a great way to finish, wouldn't it, for her? Captain, fantastic, of course. And, you know, the good thing is we've got Leah Williamson to take over as captain possibly when Kim Little does retire, whenever that may be. And Williamson now is in possession of the ball, very central, just inside the Arsenal half, plays it forward into Kim Little now. Williamson again tries to thread the ball through. And Arsenal now, they just lose possession there, looking for Nikita Paris. Back pass a little bit short. Miedemar was looking to pounce, but not quite able to get there. And Slavia do clear the ball away. Rajendra there says girls need to work on keeping their stamina for the full game. Their play on Sunday was as good as the men's. It was probably better than the men's team, actually, certainly this season. I thought they were really, really good, actually. Got the right result as well in the end. Now, Nikita Paris coming forward for Arsenal, but the ball just ran away from her there, and Slavia again have managed to get it clear. And we've got a comment there from Sentiment FC, says, big homie Rich B. How you doing, mate? Thanks for tuning in. Glad to see you in the chat. Now, Arsenal coming forward again down this near side. Miedemar was in there. The goalkeeper's come out and made a good save, actually. It was Anna Patton with the ball down this near side, played it in towards the near post where Miedemar was coming in. It was a good ball, actually. Miedemar got there. She tried to just dink it past the goalkeeper, who did well to save with her legs, actually. That was probably the best opportunity we've had so far. 10 minutes before half time, it was Miedemar there, denied by the goalkeeper's legs. It was a tight angle, but it was good play, a good ball from Anna Patton, who's actually been really impressive down this right-hand side for Arsenal in this opening 35 minutes. She's on the ball again now. Good play from her. Lovely ball just inside the fullback and there, but couldn't force the ball home. I say it was quite a tight angle, to be fair. It was always going to be difficult to squeeze the ball in. It was a decent save. And I say the Slavia have defended pretty well, so fair play to them for that. But, of course, if they're going to stay in this Champions League, if they are going to cause us any problems, then they need to get a goal, don't they? If it's going to put us under any kind of threat, they need to offer a lot more at the other end of the pitch, which they haven't managed to do yet in the first game or so far tonight. Either they've just given the ball away quite easily there. Again, it's played through to Miedemar, but again, it's good defending from Prague. You have to give them credit for that, but Miedemar's won the ball back, as you know. Again, Prague defenders crowd her out. Sentiment FC says, is it on Sky? It isn't on Sky, it's on Arsenal.com. I don't know if you need a membership to watch it. I mean, I've obviously got one, but it is on the Arsenal website, Arsenal.com. They're showing it on there if you wanted to watch it, or you can just stay on the channel and watch it with me. Arsenal run a throw down this near side. Mistake there from the Slavia Prague defence on the ball. They've certainly defended the spaces well. They've got bodies in the way. And I say they did do this pretty well last week as well. They worked hard defensively to restrict us as much as possible. And in the end, we had to settle for the 3 goals, which I say it's looking as though that's going to be enough to send us into that group stage, which is so important, isn't it, for the club? And see how we get on. We expect it to be possibly a tight group, a tough group, but we could be coming up against maybe Lyon, of course, Nikita Paris's former club, or Real Madrid, of course, who knocked out Man City. So it could be a tough group, but you know, we've got a good squad of players, and it's designed to do well in Europe this season. Let's hope that we can. And you know, a good run in Europe, decent effort in the league, and 2 FA Cups, of course, to play for. Still got last season's. We're continuing that quarter-final against Tottenham coming up at the end of September. I think that game's at the Emirates, actually, so that could be really good at the end of September, that is. And let's hope we can get through and get through to that FA Cup. But again, it was a Prague attack down that far side, but Arsenal have dealt with that again defensively. They haven't got any quality at all in the final third, Prague, which is in a way, it's a shame for them, because they certainly are a hard-working team, certainly in the defensive areas. They just do lack a bit of quality coming forward. Now Arsenal have now got a chance to maybe launch a counter-attack down this near side. Paris plays it back in the end to Williamson, comes forward and switches the play over to the far side to Catley. Now it's Iwabuchi now. Plays it to Miedemar just on the edge of the penalty area coming forward. She's held up a little bit and is forced back again to Manham, and then Iwabuchi and Manham again. It's out to Catley right over on that far touchline. Plays it back to Beth Mead. And Arsenal keeping possession, but not really looking that threatening, it has to be said. Only really one or two half chances, you would call them, as opposed to sort of clear-cut opportunities. And, that is down, I'll say, to the way Slavia have defended, actually, so far. We are now, six and a half minutes away from half-time. See if we can get this goal before the break to really seal this. Sentiment of Gio in the chat says Slavia have the game on YouTube. Oh, do they? Okay, that's fair enough. But it is on Arsenal.com as well. If you wanted to watch it there, or just stay on the channel and watch it with me. But Slavia have now got a free kick. 5 minutes to go until the break. It's still 0-0. It was Manham there with the foul. Just trying to win the ball back early, and in the end, a little bit too enthusiastically there. And it is a free kick to Prague. Similar position to their previous one about 10 minutes ago. It was a good ball towards the sort of edge of the 6-yard box, and Wooben Moy headed that one away. Let's see how Arsenal defend this one. We don't really want to concede a goal in this build-up to half-time, do we? That would put a little bit more pressure on us. Again, it's a ball out to the same place. The goalkeeper comes out, Williams, but in the end, it's gone all the way through to Manham. Slightly dangerous ball that was there. And is it going to be a free kick? Catley's gone down. But it was another dangerous free kick, actually, a bit similar to the first one. This one was a little bit shorter. Williams came out. She did get a punch on it, actually. And in the end, and was able to tidy up. But a dangerous moment now in the Arsenal defence. But I don't know if Williams touched that or it was the Slavia Prague forward. But anyway, even so, it is going to be a free kick. Is it going to be a free kick to Arsenal? Catley gets back to her feet. I'm not quite sure how she got injured. It must have been in that free kick, and it is going to be. Is it a throw to Arsenal? Is it a drop ball? Not quite sure what's happening here. Looks like it's going to be a drop ball, actually, which the home crowd don't seem particularly happy about. And 7FC says, "Cronky, don't get my money." I don't think you have to pay to do the digital membership. If I don't know, I didn't pay anyway, so I think it must be free. And he says 2 screens. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. 2 screens is what you need, which is what I've actually only got 1 screen today. So I'm having to have half my screen with the game on and the other half with the stream on, although it's more 3/4, just so I can see the comments come up as well. So I'm having to make do with 1 screen today. Normally I have 2, but my other screen is otherwise engaged today, unfortunately. And as Rajendra says, yeah, it is free. I mean, I didn't pay. You just sign up, don't you? And you've got access to the digital service. I mean, I've always been signed up for that anyway. But we are now in the final 2.5 minutes of this first half. It's been a little bit frustrating for Arsenal, if we're honest. We've dominated possession as we did in the first game, but limited to very few opportunities. Slavia have defended strongly and well, and it is 0-0. A little bit frustrating, but I'm sure eventually the goals will come. Maybe Slavia may run out of steam a little bit, perhaps, as we go into the latter stage of the game. It's hard, isn't it, when you don't have the ball? You've got to defend and work without the ball. It takes a lot more energy, and maybe they'll run out of legs a little bit as the game goes on. But anyway, Arsenal coming forward again. There's a ball played down this near side towards Nikita Paris. Plays the ball inside in the penalty area. Oh, was that a foul there on Anna Patton as she ran in towards the penalty area? Not quite sure what the referee's given here. It's going to be a free kick and a yellow card to the defender there. Anna Patton made a run inside and she was caught there by the Slavia defender, just on the edge of the penalty area on his left-hand side. Bartovikova, it is, with the yellow card. Lovely ball actually from Paris. Great energy there from Patton. Just on the very edge of the area, actually. It wasn't far away from being a penalty. Of course, we did. They did concede a penalty last week as well, didn't they? Regina says there, sign up using Google. Yeah, I think I did, or using the email address or something. I can't remember what it was. It's quite an easy process, and it was free. So, yeah, it's definitely worth doing so that you can watch a lot of the games. I've been on Arsenal.com. You also see the press conferences as well. He says, I was thinking ad revenue. Well, there are adverts on it, of course. There's adverts on it. But it's mainly sponsor adverts anyway, which, you know, I'm guessing that the advertiser will be paying Arsenal, won't they, to be on there. So it's money coming into the club that way, whether you watch it or not, unfortunately. But that was a free kick there into the near post. It was Paris actually dived in with her header, but looped the ball over the bar. But again, Arsenal not really able to create any clear-cut opportunities. We are there into the final minute of this first half. Now Slavia Prague coming forward themselves on the edge of the penalty area. Are they going to be able to get a shot away? They fall backwards slightly. A shot comes in from the edge of the box. It's blocked. Comes back out again to Slavia Prague. Are they going to finish this first half with a goal? That would certainly give them something for the second half to play for, wouldn't it? Tried to get across it. Comes back. Catley does well initially. And it has gone out now. And it is actually going to be, it is half time. So it is 0-0 at the break. And it is, yeah, it's 0-0 at half time. Not the most great attacking performance from Arsenal. We dominated possession, had most of the play, unable to create too many clear-cut chances, a couple of headers. Miedemar had one opportunity which was saved by the goalkeeper's legs from a tight angle. I say Wouben Moy headed over, Miedemar headed over, Paris has headed over, and that's really been it. A little bit frustrating, and Slavia have defended well, and as Sentiment FC rightly says there, got a bit scrappy at the end. Yeah, it did a little bit. I mean, most of the half was a little bit scrappy, if we're totally honest. It wasn't the greatest game of football we've ever seen, was it? And not many opportunities there, really. A few headed opportunities. But I say you've got to give Slavia credit for the way that they've defended. They've defended resiliently. And, yeah, we maybe haven't made the most of the opportunities that we've had. Just showing a few of the chances now. Anna Patton's one was probably one of the best efforts there, cutting inside, but the shot was too close to the goalkeeper. And Rajendra says there, still not gelling fully. Yeah, maybe that's an issue. I thought we gelled pretty well on Sunday, I suppose, but we've had a few opportunities. And Seven FC says we like a bit scrap. Yeah, no, we certainly do like a bit of a scrap. We did on Sunday, didn't we? Against Chelsea, but I mean we've had most of the opportunities. A couple of set pieces. Maybe Lydia Williams doesn't look the most kind of comfortable with some of them balls into the box, actually. But anyway, they haven't really threatened too many times. A couple of set pieces, and I say Miedemar probably had the clearest opening for Arsenal with that little ball played in by Anna Patton, and it was a decent save actually by the goalkeeper. And I say she's flapped at a few things, our goalkeeper Williams, tonight. A couple of free kicks and corners into the box. She's not looked the most convincing, I have to say. But luckily Slavia haven't really posed too many problems. And as Central FC says there, not everything will be clean and great and a great determination by lads. No, yeah, exactly. You're not going to play well every week, are you? Every single game. You're going to have to dig it out. And I mean, we've been a better team by an absolute mile. We've dominated the possession. We just haven't really been able to create a real clear-cut opportunity, have we? And I say Slavia defended well. You've got to give them credit for that. And I say I thought they did last week as well, actually. So fair play to them as well. So, yeah, as Regina says there, the PGMO have taken over at reffing the WSL. Oh dear, that's not good news, is it? Because they've made a bit of a mess of the Premier League. So that doesn't sound like a positive step, does it really? But anyway, we'll see how that plays out. And as Virginia, the PGMA have it in for Arsenal. Well, they do. I just don't think they really are very. They're just not very good. I think that's the problem. And they do seem to have it in for Arsenal a little bit. You've got to say, but we'll see how that works out over the course of the season, I guess. But we certainly got. I suppose maybe what they've done is, as Sentiment FC says, more brown envelopes. See, what's happened is we got given an offside goal at the weekend, so they've obviously realised that they can't. They've got to do something, haven't they, to stop Arsenal getting any dodgy decisions again. So they brought in the PGMA to make sure that we don't get any more. I think that's what's happened. Wouldn't be surprised if Emma Hayes was behind it. She didn't seem very happy, did she, on Sunday with that decision, and she didn't seem very happy that we'd beaten them either. But there you go, tough luck, mate. It's life, isn't it? But yeah, that seems to be what's happened. We get a bit of an iffy goal, and they suddenly decide, we're going to bring the PGMA in to make sure it doesn't happen again. But we'll see what happens. I guess if it's full-time refereeing, that might help. PGMO, yeah. Well, it is PGMO, isn't it? Yeah, not PGMA. It is PGMO, yeah. Anyway, we know what you mean, and we're not exactly over the moon about it anyway, but we will see what happens and how that goes over the next few weeks. I guess we'll just have to see how it works. But yeah, I suppose it might be good for the women to go into a full-time referees and stuff like that as we go forward. Obviously it's a professional league now. All the teams are professional as well, so we will see how that goes. And the Centre FC says that's life. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, in terms of this game, not the best game of football that we've seen, to be perfectly honest. We certainly had a lot better games from the Arsenal women under Jonas, but it is one of them games. It is 0-0. We have dominated the possession, certainly, without really creating too many chances. Yeah. So Regenda says they took over at that game. So they were already there at the weekend, were they? Oh, okay. Well, that's all right then. Maybe that might mean we're going to get some better decisions this season, I guess. But anyway, we'll see how that works out. Of course, it's only one game in, isn't it? A bit early to judge, I suppose. We'll see how that plays out. But anyway, I say in terms of this game, not the greatest performance from Arsenal, not the greatest game. Dominated possession without creating too many chances. But let's just see how things go in the second half. Let's hope we can we'll win this game. It's likely now, the longer the game goes on without Slavia scoring, you've got to say that it makes it almost impossible for them to go through. And yeah, let's just hope that's why. Regenda says that's why Paris was fouled. Yeah, they certainly got away with a few on there, didn't they, as we said. S9 is in the chat there. Thanks for tuning in. He says they're probably preserving energy for the weekend, considering we have a 3-goal cushion. Yeah, possibly. I suppose I was a little bit surprised that we didn't maybe rest a few more players for this game, actually, because, I felt this game was pretty much done and dusted already. And we have got a big game on Sunday, of course. We're having to fly over to Prague and back again. It takes a lot of energy and stuff like that. So I was maybe a little bit surprised that we didn't maybe, rest a few more players and play a few more of the maybe younger academy players that did well, of course, in pre-season. But anyway, I suppose the important thing is make sure we get the job done. And so far we have. And it seems unlikely that Slavia are going to score those 3 or 4 goals that they need. What would Sentiment FC again? What would a 3-goal lead? This is a defensive kickball exercise for Liga. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. You're right. We're not going to go out attacking everybody straight from the start. And Fred says, I fell asleep. Yeah, well, I don't really blame you. The game wasn't that exciting, was it? But anyway, it's just one of them days. And Sentiment FC says, practice keeping. Well, yeah, we've done that. We've kept the ball well. We just haven't really managed to get in behind them very often and create some good clear-cut opportunities, which is a bit of a shame. But anyway, it is what it is. And it looks as though the job's done. It looks as though we are going to be into the group stage of the Champions League. I'm pretty sure there's nobody out there that can see this Slavia team coming out in the second half and scoring 3 or 4 goals that they need. Certainly without us being able to pick them off on the break. Of course, they would need to throw a lot more people forward, take a few more risks, wouldn't they? Which they don't look like doing. They don't look capable of getting the goals either, do they? Regenda says the pitch looks to have more grass and the ball not moving as smoothly. Yeah, obviously it's nowhere near going to be as good a pitches at the Emirates that they played on Sunday, is it? And I suppose it's never going to be as good a pitches at Boreham Wood either, is it? So Regenda says taller grass. Yeah, I mean it is sort of taller grass. Yeah, it looks to be that way. It is holding up a little bit. Doesn't look like they're watering it much either. We always tend to water our pitches, don't we, to keep the ball moving. So yeah, probably a factor as well. Ultimately, though, the most important thing is the aggregate score. It is still 3-0. It looks unlikely to, our Slavia look unlikely to be able to put too much of a dent in that. We've got to be honest. Say a couple of shaky moments from set pieces, but you feel certain that if Slavia did somehow manage to find a goal in the second half, that we would have the quality to go up the other end and get another goal or two and finish it off. So I'm not worried at all. I would have liked us to have scored a goal or two in that first half. But anyway, S90 there in the chat says desperately need CDM cover in January with our injury curse. We're a little light to compete in 4 competitions. Yeah, you may be right. I mean, I suppose Anna Patton can play there. We've got options as well, haven't we? But no, I agree. We are maybe a little bit short in that area. And maybe we will do something in January. We'll see. Let's hope we don't get too many injuries. I mean, Jordan Nobbs isn't that serious as we first thought, actually. So she could be back in 3 or 4 weeks. Another option, obviously, in midfield. More of an attacking player, as we know. But, yeah, I mean, we don't have a lot of cover there, do we? You know, Leah Walty, obviously, is the main one there. And if she was to get injured again, then we maybe would be a little bit short. I'm sure Jonas will identify that if it's going to be an issue later in the season and put it right in January. But let's hope we don't suffer too many injuries and we will be okay. Regenda says, we will score in the second half as Slavia Prague attack. Yeah, I mean, they haven't really committed too many men forward, have they? Let's be honest, so far. They've been very conservative as they were in the first game as well, to be honest. So I'm not expecting to come out all guns blazing. If they'd got a goal in that first half, they would have maybe took a few more risks to try to get back in it. But I mean, let's face it, if they haven't scored in the first 10 or 15 minutes in the second half, you can't see them getting the 3 or 4 goals that they need. I can't see them getting them anyway. But yeah, let's just get a goal and get it done. Regenda says our attack was decimated on Sunday, although injuries in the game. We had a couple of little injuries in the game, didn't we? Nothing to worry too much about, I don't think. Obviously, we have made 5 changes to the starting lineup for this game. So we have rested a few people, although they've all flown over and be flying back because they're on the bench. So a little bit strange, maybe. I've left them at home perhaps and put some youngsters on the bench. But I guess when it's a Champions League, you don't want to take a risk and we end up putting a young team out and lose 4-0 and get knocked out, and then, the mass criticism that would come on the back of that. So it's probably the right thing, resting half the team for the weekend. And let's hope we can get this job done, which it seems likely now. And then we've still got enough in the tank for Sunday to get the result against Reading as well. So, yes, the second half's going to be starting soon. I'm actually not going to be able to stay on much longer, because I've got something really important coming up in the next half an hour or so. I will see if I can maybe start a little bit in the second half, and then I'm going to have to end the stream, unfortunately. I'm hoping we might be able to get a goal early on, and then it'll all be done. We won't have to worry too much. But anyway, Arsenal are helping me out with this now. I say something's coming up, and I do need to be away before the end of the game, unfortunately. But do stay tuned to the channel for the Arsenal Women's Show tomorrow night, 7:30 that is. And we are going to be looking back on this game, looking back on the Chelsea game. We're going to be looking ahead to the Reading game, of course, as well. Talking about the TV coverage, of course, the first weekend of the WSL, the new Sky deal, games on the BBC and everything else. So we're going to be talking about that as well. And also, of course, the England squad that was announced. We've got a few players selected as well, which is nice. So we'll talk about that as well. So that's coming up at 7:30 tomorrow night. It's going to be good. So please join us for that. And then I will be doing a watch along of the the Arsenal men on Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff day. So we'll be going live about 2:45 with the team news, a bit of build up. Big game that is now, isn't it? A really big game for Arsenal. One of the Premier League, of course, need a win against Norwich, who are second from bottom, which is good. So yeah, it's going to be a decent game that hopefully we can get the win. So that's all coming up on the channel over the next couple of days. So please subscribe and please stay tuned for all of that. Regina says, thanks for your comments. No problem at all. It's always good to have you in the chat. You're a good supporter of the channel, which is nice. And Regina again says it's clear and well done for someone without the names of the opposition. Well, even if I had the names, I probably wouldn't be able to say half of them. So it's probably just that I haven't. But yeah, I'll try my best. And Shane says there, see you next stream, Rich. Come on, you Goonies. Yeah, come on, Arsenal. The team is just coming out for the second half. I've still got probably another 10 minutes to stay with you. So we'll go through the next 10 minutes of the second half. Hopefully we'll get a goal and then I can leave feeling a lot more comfortable, I suppose, with the scoreline. I wouldn't want to leave the stream and then we end up losing 3-0 or 4-0 and I come back later and we've been knocked out. I'm sure that won't happen. But let's get a goal early on in this second half. So I've maybe got 15 minutes that I can stay with you for. So please stay with me until then. Regina says, come on, you Goonies. Yeah, come on, indeed. Let's get a goal or two in the second half and get the game and the tie put to bed. So the teams are out for the second half. Arsenal say the yellow, lemony yellow kit, of course. And we're going to be attacking the goal to our left in this second half. Slavia in the red and white. It's almost like a red and white version of Blackburn's kit. If you've seen Blackburn play, they play in blue and white, sort of half and half shirts, and that's what Slavia Prague have got, red and white. But it's going to be Arsenal to kick off this second half, attacking the goal, I say, to our left in this second period. I say it's 0-0 on the night, 3-0 aggregate, and there we are. We're off and running for the second half. And Arsenal straight away in possession inside our half of the pitch, coming forward now. Down the near side, Arsenal's left with Catley, plays it back to Wilbenmoy and back to Williams in goal. So let's hope we can get this early goal in the second half. Been really nice. That'll settle us down. But we've just played the ball out of play there down this near side. Wasn't a great pass actually towards Catley. It's gone out for a throw to Slavia Prague on this near side. They've only really looked dangerous from set pieces, haven't they? They've not really threatened us in open play in last week either. So as long as we can maybe stop giving them too many set piece opportunities, can't see them really threatening us. Again, we win the ball back high up the pitch there. Iwabochi does really well, works hard, helped out by Miedemeier, and Slavia Prague falls all the way back to their goalkeeper. And they're trying to play out from the back now. And let's see if Arsenal can make a real big opportunity, which we haven't managed to do yet in this game. We've had one or two half chances. So Miedemeier's one was probably the best, wasn't it, in that first half when she just tried to dink the ball home at the near post. It was a good save by the goalkeeper's legs, actually. But Arsenal got a throw down on this near side, which Catley's going to take. Arsenal's playing left back tonight, of course, in place of Katie McCabe, who is on the bench. Had a good game, didn't she, against Chelsea. Katie McCabe set up that first goal. Lovely ball up the line, wasn't it, for Miedemeier? And it is now a free kick to Arsenal, just inside the touchline, about 5 yards inside the near touchline. Catley's going to take it, plays it back to Wilbenmoy inside Arsenal's half. Arsenal just keeping comfortable possession again, a bit similar to most of that first half, actually. In the end, of course, we did have one or two little opportunities. Let's hope we can get a big one now. Coming forward down that far side. Nice exchange of passes on the edge of the box. And it's going to be... It's a free kick given away there from Arsenal on the edge of the box. I'm not really sure what happened there. But anyway, it was... it was Nikita Paris, I think. Just a little bit late on the defender. She gives away a lot of free kicks, Nikita Paris, doesn't she? I think she's just sometimes a bit over keen to win the ball back. And that unfortunately sometimes results in her giving away a few free kicks, doesn't it, as she did just then. And Arsenal conceded another free kick. I think that was Iwabochi that time. She's a little she's a nuisance, isn't she? If you play against her, she just seems to be. Actually, that was a free kick actually given away from Manham. Actually, it was Iwabuchi came away with the ball. But Iwabuchi should be a pest to play against, wouldn't she? Because she's always buzzing around, looking to try and force errors and win the ball back. Probably really suits Jonas's system of play actually really well because of how she really tries to win the ball back nice and early. But she would be definitely a pest to play against, wouldn't she? A great player, of course. Rajendra says there, Slavia Prague are good at bumping into us and getting the free kicks. Well, they seem to have been at the start of the second half. They've won a couple. I do think sometimes Nikita Paris is a little bit too eager, isn't she, to win the ball and make a challenge, and sometimes she doesn't need to. I mean, that one there, that was they just ran into each other. And the Slavia Prague. In fact, when you look at the replay, you'd probably have to say it was more of a free kick to us because the Slavia Prague player had the momentum into Manham there, into Freedom Manham. And anyway, it's another free kick. Slavia Prague player in towards a penalty area. That wasn't a great delivery, actually. They've had one or two dangerous balls in the first half, but that one wasn't particularly, and Arsenal have easily dealt with that. Coming forward now down this near side, actually forced the ball back to Woburn Moy, who turned nicely there. That was a nice bit of skill there from Woburn Moy, plays it forward, and that'll be a free kick to Arsenal. It was a free kick, foul there on Beth Mead. The defender went through the back of her. It was a bit of a clumsy challenge, actually. That's the sort of challenge that gets you a yellow card in the Premier League. She'd already been booked to that particular defender. Maybe a bit fortunate there, but Arsenal took the free kick quickly and played it out over to the far side with Patton. That was our biggest threat, wasn't it, in that first half, that right-hand side, Patton and Paris linking up well a few times. Anyway, Arsenal now coming forward down the left-hand side this time with Catley back to Woburn Moy. She had that header in the first half, just produced a save from the goalkeeper. One of our better chances, actually, in this game so far. Ball played out there to the far side. Anna Patton again does well. So a good game, Anna Patton, actually, you've got to say, at right back, she's looked really good and comfortable. Good game forward. Not really tested defensively at all, but she's got forward well now. Also coming forward again down that far side. But again, it's good defending from Slavia Prague. You've got to give them credit for that. They've certainly kept their shape well and made it really difficult for us. And I thought they did that pretty well last week for a lot of that game. Ben says, is there a women's academy at Arsenal, or what kind of youth system is there in a women's game? I mean, we've got an academy system, and we in the pre-season Mind series when we played against Chelsea in particular, we brought on a lot of the academy guys in the second half. I think 9 of them came on, and they did really well actually. So there is an academy system. I'm not 100% sure if there's like an academy league. I'm assuming there must be. Obviously, some of the other clubs might not have the resources to have an academy side. Obviously, the top WSL teams do. But now we've got a good academy, actually. We've got some really good players have come through there. Obviously, Leah Williamson is one, Woburn Moy as well. Anna Patton is another one. There's quite a few. We've got Taya Goldie as well, who's on the bench tonight. So now we've got a decent academy system, which seems to be working pretty well with some of the good young players. A little pushing and shoving there, actually, which resulted in a yellow card to one of the Slavia Prague defenders, getting a little bit annoyed there with Miedemar. But no, I mean, I think we've got a decent academy system. We've got some very good young players, and the whole women's side of the club has been run really, really well, actually, which maybe brings a frustration from the men's team into a little bit more focus, because that clearly isn't being run particularly well, is it? But anyway, let's enjoy the women for now, and I'm sure throughout the season we'll enjoy them a lot more as well, because they're going to bring us some great moments, I feel, this season. They've got some great players, some great team. It's a great team. It's a good ball over the top there, and just a little bit too far for Kim Little. Makes some great runs into the box, doesn't she? Fred says Miedemar wants to fight. I don't think she wants to fight. They wanted to fight her, I think. But anyway, it was a yellow card to a defender. And now Slavia Prague are trying to come forward and try to get a goal, which would maybe give them a little bit of fight, wouldn't it? And Rajendra says, unfortunately, the FA don't allow compensation for players who change teams, so investment is poor. Yeah, that's something to be looked at, I suppose, going forward, doesn't it, to try to ensure that it's a good system. You know, if you develop good young players, you should be rewarded for that. If other teams want to buy them or off you, I'll take them off you. So, yeah, that definitely needs to be looked at, doesn't it? You know, we're fortunate that, you know, most of our good young players are going to come in, and probably a lot of them is going to play in our first team, and then, you know, we'll maybe be able to sell them on in the future. But yeah, no, you're right. Something needs to be done about that, because there's no incentive, is there, to develop great young players for some of the smaller clubs that aren't going to be able to keep them, and aren't going to be able to offer them top level football. It's more difficult, isn't it? So it's something that needs to be looked at. You know, the development of women's football isn't just about the TV money which is coming this season and sponsorships and stuff. That's important, of course, but it's also looking at the structure of how it's worked, and to make sure that there's a mistake here at the back for Arsenal. They've lost out. It's an attack for Slavia Prague. The referee's whistle's gone, actually. I think it's going to be a free kick. That was fortunate. Looked like it was a mistake there, but maybe it was a foul, actually. I think it was Catley, and it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal, luckily. It was actually Beth Mead. I think she was fouled on this near touchline. Looked as though was she pushed in the back there? Quite possibly. Anyway, the referee gave it as a free kick, which stopped that attack from Slavia Prague. Now we are 10 minutes into the second half. It's getting to the point where I'm going to have to stop the stream very shortly, I'm afraid. Thanks for all you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Thanks to you guys in the chat, Rajendra, of course, Fred, Shane as well, and a few other people as well earlier on. S90, thanks for tuning in. Sentiment FC, of course, as well. So thanks for all you guys for your support. Thanks for watching. I say tune in as well for the women's football show, Arsenal women's football show tomorrow. We're going to be talking about the first week of the WSL, looking back on this game and looking ahead to Reading. Loads of stuff on that. That's 7:30 tomorrow on the channel. So please tune in for that. Saturday's a watch along at the Norwich game. The Arsenal men against Norwich, of course, the bottom two teams in the Premier League. So please stay tuned for that as well. Hopefully Arsenal can get a win. And then Sunday, I can't do a watch along at the Reading game, unfortunately, but I will be giving it some coverage later on in the day, possibly a match review and stuff like that. So I will be doing stuff on that. So if you haven't done so, please subscribe and please like as well. Bargav in the chat there says, does Norwich have a better midfield than Arsenal? If we've got all our players fit for Sunday, probably not, no. I would say if we've got Partey, Lokonga's fit, that's a decent midfield, isn't it? So I wouldn't say they have a better midfield, but if either of those two are injured or unavailable to play, there's a little doubt over Lokonga. Partey, of course, hasn't played for a while, has he? So we'll see what happens there. But no, I don't think they are stronger in midfield than us. I think we've got better players 1 to 11 than Norwich. We should win that game. But football doesn't always work like that, does it, as we've seen? So we just need to make sure that we get that result. Big game, of course, on Saturday as well, isn't it? So lots going on in the world of Arsenal, lots going on the channel as well. So please stay tuned. Let's hope Arsenal can get the goal in the second half, a goal or two, and win this game. And certainly complete the job that we did. So it is 0-0, 3-0 aggregate to Arsenal. Let's hope that we're going to finish the job. Thanks for you guys for watching. Please like before you go. Please subscribe as well. I'll see you tomorrow at 7:30 for the Arsenal women's football show. Please stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, I will see you all later. And Ryan says Buendia will not play. No, that's because he's joined Aston Villa, hasn't he? He's left Norwich, so he won't be playing, which is good news because he failed COVID. Yeah, but Buendia's gone to Aston Villa now, hasn't he? So it doesn't matter about his COVID. We're not playing them. But it was only this year that he left, actually, wasn't it? This summer. So, but Arsenal just coming forward. Just finish this attack before we go, just in case we do get a goal. Nikita Paris over on that far side, just outside the penalty area. Can she get a cross in? She's held up, plays it back. The cross does come in now. Header comes in again, but again it's a Slavia Prague defender underneath it. Beth Mead pushes the ball forward, but it's going to go into the arms of the goalkeeper, and it's going to be a free kick, and that will be that for. So I say tune in tomorrow 7:30. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your support of the channel, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll win this game we'll talk about it tomorrow on the Arsenal women's football show anyway. Cheers, guys. Sorry I can't finish the game, just other things on, unfortunately, but we got an hour of the game, didn't we, which was nice. So I'll speak to you tomorrow, guys. Take it easy. See you later. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.